Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about two important factors to our ecosystem: pollination and seed dispersal. For the pollination, we're going to create a bee and the flower. One flower is going to have pollens and the other won't have pollen. So we want to see how bees transfer pollen from one to another plant. Here are the materials: pom-pom, popsicle stick, your pencil to draw your flower. You need a lead to draw the circle, or you can just draw the circle, and your pipe cleaner. Now you're going to draw your flower and you're going to cut it out. We all know pollination and dispersal are very important. You know, without pollination, we can have seed dispersal, so they are interwoven. You're going to cut out your flower. Now you have your flower now. You have this little lid to put your pollen inside. You can stick it later. After cutting out your flower, now you need to make the bee. And we all know bee is very important for pollination. It's very important. You need to glue the pom-pom to the popsicle stick to create the bee. You have to be very careful because the hot glue is very hot. So be careful with your hand. Now, we need to create our bee legs. You cut the pipe cleaner into half to make the bee leg. This craft is very easy to make, very easy. Now your bee is ready. Now it's time for the bee to do its wonders. Here you need two flowers. You need the one with pollen and the one without. So now the bee is going to travel from the one with the pollen to the one without pollen, and let's see what will happen. You put the pollen in one of the flower. And now let's see. Remember, the only business the bee has with the flower is to go in to suck nectar. But in the process of that, their feet is always on the pollen. So when they travel from one pollen, from one flower to another, they transfer pollen from one plant to another. And pollen leads to fertilization of seeds. So now that is where seed dispersal will come in. So now it's time to make a seed dispersal craft. Let's go. Now I have my clean paper. I'm going to draw a bird. So I have my resources to draw the bird. You need a Velcro. That's the bird. We're using bird as our means of animal seed dispersal. So the Velcro, you're going to put the Velcro on the feet of the bird and on the beak. We all know seed dispersal is the movement of seed from the parent plant to a new location. You put a Velcro on the feet and on the beak. So some birds take seed with their feet and some use their beak. Now you can see the work of the Velcro on the feet. So you put a Velcro on the beak to pick the seed. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it's very informative for your pollination and seed dispersal. I hope to see you next time. Thank you very much for staying with me. Bye, Miss Lara.